This journey began with 3 long flights halfway around the world. From Hamburg to Madrid, Madrid to Santiago, and Santiago de Punta Arenas. It was time to return to the land of fire and the end of the earth. It's time to begin 1 month of travel and adventure in Patagonia.
We've made it to Punta Arenas. This is Arrival Patagonia and my quarter of the income. Let's go. So we're in Patagonia, in Punta Arenas, Chile. It is extremely windy and a bit overcast right now on our very first day. This is actually the first day before the 2 workshops start. Our first workshop starts tomorrow. I apologize for this wind, but I wanted to mix the Arrival Patagonia with my quarter of the income, which is a series that I've started on the vlog. We've done 2 from the end of last year, and this will be the first one from January, February, and March 2019. So let's begin with January, the very first month of 2019. I had 3 jobs, and that was pretty good given that February and March weren't all that great. So still one of the struggles that I have with Snell Media and my business is staying consistent and getting consistent work. So January was good because those 3 jobs really made a good chunk of money and allowed me to sort of float by for the other 2. But the first job was assisting a photography workshop in Iceland with Bryn and Van Son, and that was a fantastic experience in the winter. Go and check out those videos if you haven't seen them already. My first job of January 2019 was as an assistant on a photography workshop, which was okay, but the guy who hired me is kind of a so he made it really, really challenging.
Who's that?
And I didn't get paid enough.
Who is it?
Oh!
Who is the guy? You don't want to have to work with people in this industry that are
Yeah, no.
I just want to know who it is.
Yeah.
So I don't have to accidentally work with him. Just curious.
Not him. The second job I had of January 2019 was a photography assignment at a conference, and it was my job to take photos of the event. So essentially event photography, getting about 150 images and then offering those to the client to make a selection from. And that was a 2-day job, and I got paid really well, got a day rate for that, which is nice and quick and easy. And I was editing really quickly with Nelly as well. She was part of that assignment. So I would be taking pictures. She'd turn around some Lightroom edits. We offer the selection, the client picks the ones that they want, and then they use those to market that event for the next year. So that worked out really, really cool. That was my second job of January 2019. The third job of 2019, January, was at a resort/hotel in Austria called Mein Almhof. It was a hotel content creation job along with Nelly again, which was fantastic. We got absolutely spoiled and pampered at this 5-star hotel in the Austrian Alps and created some really good video content for them, as well as photo. I'll link that video right up here if you're interested. And that wrapped up January. So those 3 jobs all sort of back to back really created a nice start to 2019 for me. So yeah, you'll touch on how much I actually made at the end of this video, so stay with us.
Last year's Patagonia trip was so awesome. We had a really good group, we had decent weather. It's just a good trip that we decided to double up this year. And so we're here an entire month doing 2 Patagonia trips. We were crossing the border, Argentina, Chile, Chile, Argentina, like 4 times. And hopefully we get good light. It's fall colors. It's Patagonia, so Torres del Paine, Perito Moreno Glacier, El Chalten, Fitzroy, all that good stuff. It's gonna be epic, or hopefully it's epic.
Oh, you put me off. I was so smooth then.
Thank you, Brendan, for a bit of the information on what we're doing here in Patagonia. It is going to be an incredible trip, so stay tuned on the channel for the next couple weeks. But I want to continue with my quarterly income right now and jump into February. In February, I had no work, 0 assignments, no jobs, and that's something I want to share with you. I want you to understand that my business has no consistency whatsoever, and that can be a huge challenge for me, but it's something that I'm sort of, trying to get over and trying to figure out different ways to make new streams of income. Hence the introduction to YouTube for video creators, the course that I put up last week, which is doing really well, by the way. But let's talk about February. So I had no jobs, no income. Nelly and I went down to Malta for a few weeks, and we wanted to try and find a cheap place to stay because we live nomadic. So we found an Airbnb for 3 weeks that was relatively cheap, and we didn't spend a lot on accommodation. And during that time, I actually did make a little bit of money through YouTube, through AdSense, through these videos, through your views. It really is not much, but that was my only income for February, was from YouTube, from you. So thank you. So next up is this man, Thomas Heaton. I don't think has been featured on my channel before.
No, I don't think so.
No, but I got a lot of you last year.
I'm honored.
Oh yeah?
Thank you, yeah.
He actually watches my videos.
The coolest intro on YouTube.
Yeah, nice. Awesome. Yeah. So we're back in Patagonia. Just got the lowdown from Brendan about what it's all about.
Yeah.
So I want to get more of like your opinion that you were here last year, was your first time here. What are you looking forward to this time?
Well, I think last year it was interesting dynamic because I was co-leading a workshop, but it was my first time in this area. So like, I actually thought that gave me an advantage because just like the clients or the photographers or the customers or whatever you want to call them, what they saw for the first time, I saw for the first time. But this time's different. Now I've got to lay of the land and know what's going to happen. And I feel like I've already shot everything, which is great because we had such a productive trip last year. So now what I'm looking forward to more than anything is the opportunity to explore deeper and try and find new takes on the classic images. So looking for new stuff, more intimate stuff, and stuff that you don't see regularly from this area.
Nice.
And of course, meeting the crew. Meeting new people.
All the group arrives tomorrow. Got some arriving now, but most people are arriving tomorrow. So yeah, that should be pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks.
No problem.
And the last part of this video is the last month of the first quarter, which was March. And in March, I had a couple jobs as well. I can't remember what they are. I took a picture of it. Right, I had 2 jobs in March. The first one was shooting a video for one of my old employers, G Adventures, in Berlin at ITB. They had a event that evening of ITB, the opening evening. So they asked me to film a video of the event, which is really nice for me. It's a 1-day job, and again, I got my day rate for that. So I was really happy to get that job and to get that work. So that was one of the 2 jobs in March. And then the second job was the Kickstarter tent video that you guys may have seen from Portugal. Nelly and I were working with a mutual client who is starting a Kickstarter to present this new tent, and he asked Nelly and I to help him create the content for that Kickstarter, which was awesome because the tent is really, really cool looking. So we got paid for a few days doing that, and overall that was March, just the 2 jobs. So we were in Portugal for about 3 weeks, and yeah, that's the first 3 months of 2019. So now, the part you may have all been waiting for: how much money did I make? I've calculated the first 3 months of 2019, and I have made 7,411 euros and 45 cents. Cha-ching! Nice. That's actually pretty good for my business and my sort of style of work. It is really inconsistent, so to be able to make over 5,000 in a quarter, pushing towards 10,000 is really nice. I don't make a lot of money, so it's it's good when I actually can say that that's how much money I've made with only those jobs. So it's a good opportunity for me to look back at that quarter and think of how I can sort of capitalize on those experiences that I've had, and maybe build my business and create more work out of the work that I've done. And being here in Patagonia is a good example of that, working with Thomas Heaton and Brendan Van Son for the next month. So this will be a portion of the next my quarterly income, so stay tuned for that. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. I've seen that like 40% of the people watching the videos aren't subscribed. I'm like, why would you do that? So subscribe if you're not subscribed, and check it out over the next couple weeks, because we'll be here in Patagonia, which is really, really cool. And I'm gonna try and stop talking now. So as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the video, and I will see you on the next one.